Year-Round Garden is your one-stop shop for all your indoor gardening needs. It doesn't matter what you grow or how you grow it, our knowledgeable, friendly staff is here to help. Our team listens to your unique story, interests, values, personal experience, and helps develop solutions that are right for your garden. Whether it's tomatoes, herbs, microgreens, mushrooms, medicinal plants, houseplants, you name it. So come visit us today and experience a different kind of grow shop. A grow shop for everyone.
We don't really know where the world is gonna go, but now everybody knows that you can't stop for too long. Got to keep going. Don't really know where the world is gonna go, but now everybody knows that you can't stop for too long. Got to keep going. Don't really know where the world is gonna go, but now everybody knows that you can't stop for too long. Got to keep going. Don't really know where the world is gonna go, but now everybody knows that you can't stop for too long. Got to keep going.
You know it's going to smell better. Oh, of course.
What's up, everybody?
What's up?
Oh, hey, you guys are back.
Hey, it's Top Shelf Tuesday Midday Smoke Sesh. And I think Zach and I are like being rebels.
So
Zach's
rebellious.
following. Zach's a follower. I said I'm going to dab on the noon
And
smoke
I
sesh
said that
today.
sounds like a good idea.
I know, right? So he's like, and we didn't let Stuart in on it. He got here, he's like, what?
Yep, no
What?
one told me, but I had some blunts rolled anyway, so
Yeah,
I'm
he's
good.
all right. It's all good.
I'd probably be smoking these regardless.
I brought a backup joint just in case the dab just doesn't do it enough.
Oh,
I
are
don't
you
think that's going to be
kidding
a
me?
case.
You must not be doing my live rosin.
I was going to say,
here.
man, that can't even be an option. I think if you wanted to say
it's
that...
to mix it up a little.
Well, right. I think if you wanted to say that your needs are, much higher than your average smoker, so you brought a joint just in case you need a little supplemental. Right. That's one thing, but I mean, those dabs are...
what's
that
up,
rosin
Rachel?
is
Right?
insane.
Top of the morning, sugar.
How's
Damn.
it going?
Oh man, I can't even breathe after
See, you getting all
inhaling
choked
all
up.
that shit into my lungs, man. I was hooked on marijuana for years.
Oh my God, 50 years. Did
50
you watch
years,
that
dude.
video?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Was
Well,
that-
not only that, what about the comments on that post I made?
Which,
I did dumb things for just one hit.
oh, no, that guy was being funny,
I know
right?
he was. It was
Okay,
funny,
I was
yeah.
gonna say there's no way because I said he goes, is that real drugs?
Right.
And
yeah.
I go, what is real drugs?
Right.
And then he went into his whole spiel about how one marijuana ruined his life and everything, and I was like,
One
oh,
marijuana,
okay.
huh?
Yeah,
One.
it was something similar to that. It's that.
One marijuana ruined my life. Only one of them. I had one marijuana and I was addicted.
Is that her name?
One. What, addicted?
No, marijuana, was that her name?
Mary Jane. So, anyway, yeah.
Right, because it wasn't cannabis, right?
Right,
It had to
to
be
be
some chick's name or something, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Because it wasn't this plant.
It couldn't have been. He had, he must have had a girlfriend with a similar name.
Oh, Rachel
Or maybe
smoking
he had a
that dirty
boyfriend.
couch, man. I smoked some of that with Jeremy a few days ago.
Now, is that bud you pulled out of a dirty couch, or is that an actual variety?
Well, you will never know. No, I'm just kidding. It's
No, you won't with Jeremy. That motherfucker, he might have been like,
this. I like them. This
oh,
thing.
here's a bud that I have found in the couch.
It's finally
He's like
aged.
cleaning it. It's like, boom, the seed drops out. And he's, whoa, I found the seed in this bud I found in this dirty couch. So he plants that seed and he gets some shit and he's like, I'm going to call this dirty couch.
Right.
So that's how Jeremy's mind
It has
works.
an extremely unique terpene profile that if you set your mind just right, you can be like, okay, I see why it's called dirty couch.
Yeah, man, I'm kind of getting a musty dog right now. A little musty
Yeah,
dog.
I think it's
and on
really.
this, that hit was
And it's a leather couch.
So
It's not a cloth couch. It's a leather
that
couch,
sucks because
and
it doesn't soak up the smart.
it's actually
parts.
vinyl. It's actually vinyl. It's not even
Vinyl?
leather. It's like
leather?
cheap vinyl.
Pleather?
Yeah, that's the
Leatherette?
smell that I'm
Is
getting.
it an indica?
I
Does
don't-
it put you in the couch?
I don't know.
'Cause
I
then
mean,
maybe I was thinking
Indica
couch.
couch.
Because I was thinking maybe it's so good that you don't even care if you're sitting on a dirty couch.
I don't know, man.
It's the aroma is oddly pleasurable.
oddly.
You wouldn't think
Okay.
that a dirty couch, would smell good. But you're
Jen's
like,
couch
oh man,
smells. A lot of people you can look
It's
at
very
their
skanky.
comments and tell what their couches smell like.
Cheetos.
Jim's couch probably smells like Cheetos right now.
Yeah, really. You just straight told on yourself.
you told on
must got
yourself.
hella Cheetos in
I
that
mean, I
couch.
guarantee it. I guarantee it.
Okay.
Oh, Nick's there right now with a bag of Cheetos. Probably fucking hot Cheetos, dude. And
Right?
he's eating them.
What is with kids these
And
days with the hot
he's
Cheetos?
probably
They love
watching
them.
No,
a
it's Takis.
superhero movie.
Hot Takis.
Yeah,
is what
any
it is.
hot chips, man. I never used to eat a lot
He's
of hot
probably
chips.
watching an Avengers movie or something like that,
Right.
man. And I know one damn thing. I can't wait to hear about it because he'll tell me about it when she don't own a couch. Okay.
Yeah, well,
now, you know.
and you ruined it.
Denial's not just a river in Africa, Jim.
I don't own a couch. What are the chairs
Anyway.
then?
No, so
Hope you're
anyway.
sitting on something.
Oh,
right?
Jeremy's couch smell. Yeah, after that big ass nug you had holding up in the picture, it definitely does probably smell like Blitzkrieg Kush, man. And I heard the song. I heard the Ramones in the background of his video, Blitzkrieg. You know, the Blitzkrieg Bop. That's where the name comes from.
I've heard of the
old punk rock,
Ramones, but
the
I
Blitzkrieg Bop. You
Nope,
never heard of
I've
that?
never heard of
I
that
don't think I've heard
song.
that one either.
So anyway,
Unfortunately, we can't play it for our viewers because we'll
I
get in
know.
trouble.
I know that's messed up.
Yeah.
You know, if we were gonna play something for him, I'd want to play that Dr. Phil clip that I saw
oh, dude, that's
earlier.
hilarious.
Right? Yeah, we get in trouble for that one.
Damn, that was so funny, man. I don't know why Dr. Phil's come out so hard against cannabis, but
She, were you smoking dirty couch, Shayna? She's like, she was literally just watching and commenting on last week.
Mendo's coming on. She's like, Mendo coming on.
You still fucked up on those Brussels sprouts.
Oh my God.
So Zach's made a video. Okay, so
course.
we went out to Clay and Fire Restaurant.
Yep.
They're the food sponsors for the VIP this year.
Yep.
And we went out just to order some food and get some food, okay?
Try their food out.
Yeah, and so we all had to order, and then the chef was like, "Yeah, well, you know what, man? Fuck your
He's like,
order,
"Yeah, you're not
dude,
getting
okay?
that. You think
I'm
you
just gonna
ordered that?
bring you shit,
The fuck
okay?"
out.
Yeah.
And so he just started bringing shit, man. Hummus, some eggplant hummus.
The
So
entire
the-
menu.
I mean,
I
dude,
can't
everything.
remember. It was a menu tasting of epic
Yeah, it was
proportions.
unreal, man.
I mean, there was
Everything.
just so
We ate shit
many
we shouldn't
different
have ate,
dishes.
and it was
Oh,
just
yeah.
amazing.
And it all had eggs in it.
Shit,
And
I've eaten, almost that entire meal. I hadn't eaten almost anything that was on that table before.
Yeah.
Except for the pita bread. Outside of that
Right,
pita bread,
I've
I
had
hadn't
pita
eaten
bread
any
before,
of
yeah.
that.
Definitely had a very Mediterranean twist to it. I'll say
Yes.
that. The
Oh,
lamb
man.
kebabs were
Oh,
amazing.
man.
so good.
The bacon, that bacon was.
There's
so
no
It was,
mistake
it
in
was a
that
whole
bacon,
different
brother. I
take
mean, I'll tell you
on
what.
bacon.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
it didn't even taste like traditional bacon.
No.
No, it was awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome, man.
I got a
the
cool
little
little video of
lemonade
that.
I mean-
they had.
Oh man.
I don't even
Like we
yeah.
gotta I just want to be everywhere I go to eat. I just want them to bring me and the table one of everything on the menu.
Whatever you
That's
got.
the only way I want to eat in restaurants anymore.
From now
I don't
on,
want to
right? From
order
now on.
one entree.
Just hand them the menu and say yes.
Bring
I'll
the
have one,
shit-
please.
You know, if you get enough people together and you get the dollars figured out,
It's doable.
you can make it happen, man.
Yeah.
Just
I mean, it
bring
was-
us all one of everything.
It was amazing. It was absolutely
So cool.
amazing. You guys have no idea. Those of you who were lucky enough to get in on the VIP, I think there's still 4 or 5 more tickets
Yeah,
left.
there's a
Maybe.
couple left.
Those of you
few.
who are lucky enough to get in on the VIP, you're in for a treat with this meal. Not to mention all the goodies that are going to be in the VIP bags.
Right. Yeah.
It's going to be lush. It's going to be like, we're going to have like pit groups in there.
Chilling. Yeah,
Right.
smoking.
We learned a lot of lessons last year. I'll
Yes.
just say that.
And I can
And
tell
we're
you,
putting
if
some
you
money into the VIP this year.
and if you haven't gotten a ticket, you want a ticket, you better get it now. 'cause
And you
they're
better
gonna
win
last
one.
long.
I got a few to give away.
Right.
So, but yeah, we're gonna, of course, there's going to be a dab bar in there for the VIP. But we're also going to have a dab bar over in our tent, in the top shelf tent, and I'm sure there's going to be a dab bar in the Soil King tent.
And a
And
few
I hear
more.
rumor there might be dab bars all over the fucking place.
Yeah, like,
so
which
just
dab
come
bar
out and
shall
choose a
I
dab
visit?
bar. I mean,
Right.
you know.
We're trying to keep the dab bar lines
Not-
down, so you
yeah.
got to have more dab bars. You see,
Right.
nobody wants to wait in line a long line for
Right.
a dab.
So look for the Yabba Dabba Doo sign. But we're also going to have a booth right there on the corner of our tent where you can bring your bud, and we will smash that off for you.
With our
We
bare
will have
hands like this.
Yep, we're just going to, I might like use a phone book and sit on it.
Yeah, ooh, yeah.
But get it smashed off.
You'd have to change the name of that weed
We're going to
once.
have a dab rig sitting right there so that if you want to try your fresh pressed rosin that comes off
Right
your
off
bud
the
that you
press.
grew, so that's going to be pretty cool because personally, like this is going on like a 14-day cure right now, and it's fucking amazing. And I love properly cured rosin. But you know what? I love fresh. Every time, okay, the other day, was it yesterday, Jonesy, or was it the day before Jonesy was over here?
Yesterday was the press.
Yeah, yesterday we pressed. We washed it Friday, I think, or something like that. And then we pressed it yesterday. And I took a little bit of that shit immediately and dabbed it. And I mean,
We all
I
did.
love that terpene profile when it is immediately fresh off the press, if it's good dab. So bring your nug to the top shelf tent. Find the corner. It's going to be the outside corner. It's going to have a sign. You bring it there. We are going to press your nug for you. And we're going to have a dab rig, like I said, right there for you to be able to dab it. And it's going to be awesome. So, and now you can share. So bring your friend.
If
They
you
can
never
dab it too.
Oh yeah.
Right.
If you've never dabbed your own flower that you grew,
Oh, it's amazing.
it's such a cool feeling.
Yeah.
I mean, especially like not even so much now as it was back when dabs were like kind of scarce. Like there wasn't a lot of dabs at first when medical first went, but being able to smash some and have rosin right there,
It's right there at the
made
right at the
dabs.
fingertips.
Like it was.
And
it was
I'm going to
really cool.
say that I think it's our goal that at least at our 2 dab bars in the VIP and in the top shelf tent to have rosin. We're going to have, I'm making a shit ton of rosin. And so you're going to be able to come there and you're going to be able to sample
Actually try
the
AOD
rosin
rosin.
from the flower that I grow, that he grow, that you'll be able to try all of top shelf, the Artisans of Dank rosin, the shit we grow at home for our patients, for ourselves, everything. So, and we're not going to charge you for it. Nope. There'll be a tip jar there for you to tip the dab tender. Because we want to take care of those dab tenders. And
So someone's asking about how much they need to bring. Isn't it 8 grams to press?
that's best. Bring 8 grams. Yeah, bring a quarter ounce minimum. So
you'll get enough. You'll get enough off
Right,
that.
you'll get enough.
You have a few nice little bit.
If you don't do, if you can't get, enough off of 8 grams to have a couple good strong dabs, then that variety probably isn't good for squishing.
Right.
There are some varieties there that are just not good. They just don't yield. And it doesn't matter if you squish them off the bud. Some will squish off the bud really well, but they won't make much hash. Some makes a lot of hash, but they don't squish off the bud real well. And some that you make hash and you squish the hash and it don't produce a whole lot on the hash because, and the reason for that is because of the oil content and the the fats and the lipids and the stuff and the waxes and stuff that are on the plant. If you've got the plants with the higher oil content are going to be your better pressers. Okay.
Right, and then it's like we were talking about the other day. I think it's like whenever you go to rub the leaf and you're rubbing the trichomes, some trichomes will almost have like a coarse feeling. That one we figure probably doesn't squish maybe in the end, probably doesn't squish as well. It's the ones that are just like slimy.
Yeah,
Right.
the real oil
just
sticky.
so yeah.
Yeah, and when you do that and you just hold the leaf in your hand, you don't even really squeeze it when you hold your leaf in the hand.
Yeah, your fingers will
And when
stick
it
together.
comes apart, and then you put your fingers together without the leaf there, you got that good solid stick.
Yeah.
But it's the oily plants that you're looking for. The sticky ones will, the flower. Some plants are just better for smashing than others. But yeah, bring your nug. We're going to smash it for you. We're going to have both days.
Yep.
We're going to have a nug pressing demonstration, rosin pressing demonstration, like a little workshop, where we're going to show you exactly what rosin pressing is. Give you just kind of a little 101 on rosin pressing.
Yep,
You know, hey,
press
this is a
101.
rosin press. Hey, this is nug. These are micron bags. This is, you know, if you don't know anything about pressing rosin, or maybe just a little, or maybe you're an intermediate, and you know, we'll be there to answer questions. So even if you're fairly versed in pressing your own flour or hash, we'll be there to talk about it with you,
Yep.
or at least one of us will.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
I'm
that's
gonna be there for sure, because I'm gonna be, you know, probably. I lost my train of thought.
Probably.
That dab's hitting me now. But,
Yeah. Oh, that's why I'm not
So it's
dabbing
gonna be
that stuff.
it's gonna be Dank Dave and myself doing the pressing deal, but I'm sure we'll all be there. So yeah.
But
I mean,
that just reminds me of kind of what the event is kind of all about, because if you don't know what rosin is yet, you know, or maybe you are kind of a beginner and you're not sure of all the ins and outs of it, it's like we are going to be there to just like give you a leg up. And I think that's what this event's going to do for the whole city as far as the culture goes.
sorry, I don't mean to, I want to
No,
answer
you're good.
Jesse's question. Jesse, absolutely not. The pressing we're going to be doing at the event is going to be purely just for people who bring their flour and want to get it pressed. You need to bring in finished rosin. That's what you need to turn in for the rosin bowl. Whether it's coming off your flour, whether it's coming off hash, you need to present rosin just like that.
Finished cured
rosin.
product.
5 grams.
Yeah. Now back. What are
I
you saying?
keep trying to.
I'm just saying,
I
like,
was
I just
trying
can't
to
wait.
get the Spanish number for 5, but that
Uno,
YouTube,
dos, tres, cuatro,
song
cinco.
fucked me
Cinco.
up, man.
I can count
I
it
know,
out,
but I
can
was
get
like
there.
uno, dos, tres, catorce, and I couldn't get past that fucking YouTube song. It always fucks me up now. I used to be able to count to like 500 in Spanish. Because I mean, once you get past like 20, it just repeats itself, and the only number that's really that much different, the only pronunciation is just a little word in front of, and then the last one all the way through. You know, like uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis, siete, ocho, nueve, diez.
That is so
And then
cool.
once, do,
I
you know,
mean, you know.
So, but that YouTube song keeps fucking me up, man.
Damn.
I
can get to 9
I go
in it.
straight to fucking 20, man.
I can only
Anyway,
get to
we're
9.
bringing the culture. We're going to lift the culture up.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I wasn't saying that. I ain't got shit to
Jesse's
say.
question, man.
You know what I mean? I don't give. Who
I
cares?
just want to answer Jesse's question. And that dude grows some dank ass fucking weed.
Yeah,
okay.
he does.
I'll give you that. That I'll agree with you on 100,000,
Okay.
14%. You know what I mean?
Some people are scared of concentrates. Yes, some people are, but you shouldn't be.
I'm scared of these
You should be
motherfuckers.
cautious. You know, cautious with it.
Right, cautious.
I respect them.
There you go. Respect them, but don't be
It's
scared.
like a
of them.
firearm.
Respect like your first, 50 or 100. After that, it's like whatever.
It's old news then.
Right.
Respect it like a firearm. Know it's dangerous, but if used in a controlled environment, it's quite effective at its job.
And it can have a kickback. The chest.
Yeah,
chest.
I love dabbing, but what I really love it for is its convenience. And I mean, I'm a flower smoker through and through. But man, if I need to,
I just
do
heard-
something real quick.
Seriously heard a Joe Dirt vibe in that.
Oh, what is that?
I'm a flower smoker.
Yeah, I'm a rocker, man, through and through.
I like Sammy. I like Van Halen, not Van Hagar.
Wow.
I can't help it. That's how my mind works. It's fucking like, bam, it's over there now. That's why I smoked this shit, because I couldn't get anything done.
Right.
Because I'd be going in to fix some eggs, and I'd end up doing something else.
Exactly.
And then I'd be like 4 hours down the road, I was like, fuck, I'm hungry. Why didn't I eat? So I have to smoke this because I smoked this. It's
I
like,
wonder
hey,
how
you're
those
hungry, dude.
eggs are doing.
Right. You did that the other day.
Dude,
You did.
I know. Yesterday, dude.
Yes.
Straight out yesterday. I was sitting down there. I put some eggs on to boil, and I'm like, okay, I'll let the dogs out. And then I'm like, oh, man, I open
got
the
to
garage
talking.
door. Got talking. I look in there, and I see all that weed, and I'm like, man, I want to smoke a joint. I'm like, hey, Brenda, why don't you come down and sesh with us? So she comes down and sesh, and we're down there, and we sesh, and everything's cool, and letting the dogs in, and it's like, we're talking like 15, 20 minutes later,
Oh,
right?
and I think it was longer than that.
like,
we,
holy-
we smoked a whole joint and talked.
It's
you know?
like, holy fuck, I forgot the egg. So Brenda fucking
Were
gets
they
up there,
were they
pulls
talking?
them off. Yeah, I don't know. She got up there before I could even move, and gets them turned off and everything. And then like 4 hours later, I went upstairs and I'm like, I'm gonna peel one of these eggs, see how bad they're burnt. They were perfect, dude.
Oh, man.
They were perfect. They peeled good.
Was there water left?
Well, I don't know. I wasn't up there.
Oh, okay. All right.
When the pan was sitting there off the heat, there was only about that much water left at the bottom, and that was right after.
Might
she
have been
took
just
them
about
off.
right then.
So I don't know if she poured it off or not, but I got up there and I'm like, I turned the water on because when I let my eggs cool, I let them cool underwater so that they
Right.
don't evaporate the moisture inside, so the shell don't stick to the egg,
Good
so it
thinking.
peels easier.
Yeah.
It works.
Tips.
Tips,
Jeremy,
life hacks.
you burnt water.
I know, dude. How do you burn water? It's this shit right here, okay?
Jesse
Right.
said, "Make cereal,
It called
put
to
box
me.
in the fridge, and the milk in the pantry." Oh, that makes for a bad next
Dude,
day.
Oh, right? Oh.
That's some shit I would do, man.
My biggest thing is,
It's like, where's the fucking milk, man?
yeah, I fill my water barrel, and I go smoke, and that's a problem because I've had some pretty serious floods in the garden, and,
You know what?
and it's
That's why I
probably
got-
into the double digits.
That's why I got those float valves.
I know,
Because
I know.
used to do it.
I
Shit,
like the
take
float
hose,
valves.
Lock the hose, stick it in the bucket, and go sit down
Yeah.
and smoke a joint.
All
or
right,
something.
I'm leaving.
Yeah, done that too.
Yeah, right.
Come back, the whole fucking basement's flooded. It's like, shit, what
This is like
happened?
$3,000 worth of water.
Right. Oh, man.
So, yeah. Cannabis is a dangerous drug.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
It's so bad. That's why when I do fill my water, I stand right there with the barrel.
Oh, yeah.
Shit,
Because
why don't you-
otherwise
why don't
there's
you
no.
just get a $1.97 float valve. And put them-
Because sometimes I'm mixed. I don't necessarily want to have it fill up every time I empty it. I've thought about the float valve, but I use a barrel, then I refill it when it gets
Now, have you
when
ever...
it gets low.
I just turn on at the float valve and then turn the water off.
I know. I've seen it.
It's
Oh,
even worse.
And then turn the water off. That
Well,
way
that's a
when
good
I use
idea.
It doesn't keep filling to change the pH of the water.
and that's kind of what I was thinking. But well,
I
now
just
all right.
turn
Well,
the
now
lid.
I'll get a shutoff
I'll put a
valve.
little
Then
shutoff valve.
float
Right.
valve with shutoff valve
Right.
is the winner.
I learned a valuable lesson, too, when it comes to water. Don't repurpose a trash can for a water... Not trash can, but a barrel. Don't repurpose a barrel for a water container.
Well, why not?
Because the one we used at the warehouse for the cocoa and stuff, it was clean. So after that was done, I took it home, went to go use it for a water barrel. Yeah, had a pinhole in the bottom. Didn't find out about it.
That shit gets drug across
Right,
the floor, man.
but I didn't find out about it
Oh,
until I filled the entire container up.
pinhole.
So I had
Oh,
30
no.
gallons of water in there, and I looked down, and it's leaking. And I'm like, oh shit!
You better start
And I-
start bailing, buddy.
Yeah,
That's when you
man.
got to start dipping. You got to start
Yeah.
finding
Make
places
sure
for that
your
water.
buckets don't have
we
holes.
should just put a camera in the grows.
Oh my gosh.
24/7.
We could have a whole show
And then
about
go back,
floods.
'cause there's- floods,
Right?
all kinds of shit, man. All kinds of shit.
Yeah.
Crazy shit that happens.
Man.
Like when you're in the clone room and you're like, oh yeah, wonder how the roots look, and you pop that lid up on that cloner, but you forgot to
unplug it?
It's like, God damn it!
Oh no!
Dude, yeah.
That thing really sprays. I mean,
right.
it really gets a good coverage because it'll spray you right in the eyeballs.
Oh yeah, it will. Yeah, it will.
Or, but what about when you don't forget to unplug it and then you just leave it? You look,
yeah.
good roots, and then you put it back down, and then you
Yeah,
walk away,
yeah,
and
you
then
didn't notice
everything
that it's sitting up there
dies. Yeah.
Oh, you forget to plug it
You
back
forget
in?
to plug it back in,
I've done
yeah.
that,
Oh.
yeah. I've done that. Gabe's done that.
That's
We've
a
all done
sad
that.
time.
I think I think at some point Jazzy and JoJo have done that. It sucks. Speaking of clones,
Even the
though,
dogs have
Speaking of clones, okay, I hear the rumor that there's going to be some clones out at the KC Canafest. And
Human
that
or-
no.
Oh.
And I've got
Not that we know of.
I've got
Yeah,
a
that
piece of
we know
paper
of.
that says they're legal, protected under the Hemp Act, because they are. But there are going to be people out there, I hear, all over KC Canafest, maybe have some clones. So definitely want to get over to the top shelf tent and see what's over.
It will be a
over there.
plethora
We're
of
actually-
genetics.
I think we're actually setting up a mock grow tent. I've got a 10 by 10 grow tent, and I think we're actually going to set up a mock grow tent
and it's a walkthrough situation,
It'll be a
right?
walkthrough
Everybody walk
situation.
through, and then that's where
Get in, get the fuck out.
that's where the babies
We might have something
will be
in
there,
yeah.
maybe.
Yeah, the nursery.
the
Maybe
nursery.
one or two.
The nursery.
See, that's just another aspect of the culture, right? Like most everybody here that's with us right now, y'all are not unfamiliar to have, genetics and things like that. But for the people that are in Kansas City that are really just super new to cannabis culture, it's going to blow their fucking mind.
Oh, yeah.
And they are going to be like, oh my God, I can't believe everybody's smoking out in the open. And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just like how we did when we first witnessed it,
Yeah.
But it's going to be on a very large scale. And it's going to be
lot of cool
it's going to
stuff.
be a leap forward.
We've got Humboldt Seeds coming. We've got Captain Redbeard's going to be there. We got all kinds of
There's,
different people, but
like, quite a few
also
seed companies.
I'm going to say that I've got a nice little connection in on some very good old school varieties that I can get seeds for. We've been talking about it, and I think we're going to do some white labeling. I'm not. Look, this is just old school genetics.
It's just access. It's just helping
We
get
have
access. Yeah.
And they come straight from the breeders, and so we're just going to package them as what they are.
Yeah.
We're not pretending like they're our genetics or anything, but when I can bring you old school skunk #1 and put those in your hands, and you can have a chance to grow that variety, or
Right.
Acapulco Gold. What are some of the other ones?
Oh,
There was the skunk #1. Did you say that
Yeah,
already?
skunk #1, Acapulco Gold.
It was like every
Why am I drawing
a blank?
God Bud,
yeah,
isn't it?
BC
Yeah,
Godbud,
BC Godbud.
Trainwreck.
just like
wasn't
every
there
old
was
school strain
green
that
crack-
you can
I
think
can't
of.
think of another. Jack Hare. There you go.
Jack Hare.
That's the one I
So,
was
yeah,
trying to
so-
think
Everything's
of.
like pre-2000s
Yeah.
is what it seems, and it's
Right.
like for a lot of
Pretty
people,
early.
yeah,
Pretty
a
early
lot of people
2000s.
talk about polyhybrids, and polyhybrids are great and also not great. They have their pluses and whatever, but to have access to old school genetics is a desire for a lot of people. I
Yes.
know that they don't necessarily want to mess with polyhybrids, especially for breeding.
And we happen to have a link to like genuine old school genetics that we can get, but we have to buy them in bulk, so we have to package them. So, but
Yeah.
they'll be definitely put out as exactly what they are, and they will be there and available for you guys to come buy and grab yourself a pack. at
You
the
will have
AOD tent.
options.
Yeah.
The KC Canifest is going to open up so many options.
Yes.
I mean, anything
Yes, it
you
is.
want, it's
It's
there
going to be
for
like
you.
a mall of almost everything cannabis.
Oh my! It's going to be like
And
a
not
festival,
cannabis.
Right,
sort
and,
of.
and there's going to
We
be not
have-
cannabis
Yeah.
stuff there.
I mean,
but
we
like
got the
there's
whole
going to be
glass blowing crew
Oh, yeah.
that's going to be there, Cannabrew,
and all the
all that.
artists. There's going to be a whole art section
Yeah.
of local artists, and then there's just going to be so much to do there. It's so much
Grow
variety.
shops.
We've got over 50 vendors already
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
books, ready to go.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is going to be.
I was at River
of
Market
all different
Hydro.
kinds.
Well, after we went to Clan Fire, ran by there, and he was talking about KC Canifest.
Uh-huh.
So he's ready.
Benny?
He's leaving town like the next day or something.
Okay.
But I said, well, I knew you said that because he didn't know if he was going to be able to make it, but he's coming down. So there's
Oh
gonna
man,
be a
I'll
lot
tell
of
you
people.
what. There's a few people that are like not taking it too seriously, but I'm telling you, you think the B420 last year was off the chain. Wait till you see
That
what
was
we
some
do
friends
here.
hanging out on the street last
Oh,
year.
dude, that was a nice little intimate gathering.
Yes.
So, but yeah, we're excited about it. So, and we also have a great show tonight. It's our first of the month Patreon giveaway. So if you're a Patreon, you get in on this giveaway.
Yeah.
And if you're not a Patreon, throw that link up there, Gabe.
Go ahead and hit the banner arrow down.
Throw that up there. Go to our Patreon, and you can sign up at our Patreon, become a supporter of the show.
Yep, right there.
And every month you get a banner. And also, we're going to be starting. It's something that we promised. And when we do a new release on genetics, as a Patreon, you automatically get a pack of that new release.
Yep.
For your patronage. And that's, I would like to do it once a month, but quite honestly, I don't breed that much.
Right.
I mean, I see some things I like, and I'm like, this will make a kick-ass variety if we put these together. And you put them together and you see what you get, and I might do that once or twice a year. But what we are going to do is like some of these old school varieties that we're going to be getting and stuff, we're going to be adding those in on that so that once a month we can give a new variety of seeds to our Patreon supporters. So because you support us, we want to throw that back to you. And we're going to have some real interesting shit in our giveaway packs as far as genetics go coming up too. So lots of stuff's happening here with the Top Shelf.
And if you want to get on that Patreon wheel, you have time. You have until 5 o'clock tonight.
Yeah.
5 o'clock is when I take the names down.
Yep,
so.
5 o'clock's cutoff. He said it. And he's the Patreon HMFIC. So.
Yep. So get on there if you want to get in that wheel. We got some cool shit on there and the giveaway tonight too.
Yes, we do.
And
he didn't get to a video. You know why? Because we were busy.
Yep, we were busy. And I'll admit it was somebody else was like, "Hey, where's the Patreon stuff?" And I'm like, "Oh shit, it's the first of the month."
Oh man.
Yeah, it wasn't me. I didn't say
that is classic.
I was like, "Oh yeah, I forgot." So
a lot of things on my mind right now. So
we got a few things going on. So, but we got a great show tonight. We have special guest tonight. Zach, who's our special guest?
Man, why am I? You're asking me a name. Hold on, I'll get it.
Dude, really? You don't remember?
I don't. I am horrible with names. I don't remember nobody's name. I forget your name half the time.
I know, dude.
Who are you?
That hurts, dude.
What are you doing
here? You don't know
here?
how bad
It's
that
cool,
affects
man.
me on
You
an
just
emotional
forgot who you
level,
were.
dude.
It's no big deal.
Okay, this cat we're having on tonight, he's like he's a certified ganjier, of course. He's gonna be talking at the Canafest, and I can't rattle off his whole bio here, but he's created an app.
That's right.
That's amazing. Justin Calvino. See how you like the fact that I forgot his name first, and so I asked Zach, and then when he said I don't remember, I was like, "What? How could you forget his name, dude?" Man. Wow, dude. And then I just went on because I remember about the dude, but I couldn't remember his name. But I met him at the Cowboy Cup. We all met him at the Cowboy Cup. And he's a real cool cat. He's a very strong activist. He's been in the game for years. He's a legacy. Yeah. He's got a wealth of information, and he's got this kick-ass app. What you've delved more into the app that he's done than I have. So.
Kind of. It's just like a online network for all things cannabis.
Right.
I mean, from glass shops to podcasts to the end consumer. You know?
That's why he's coming on tonight.
Yeah.
He's going to tell us about what he's got going on in the cannabis community and everything. And so that's going to be cool. And then what?
Go ahead.
Okay, so that's going to be cool. And then here's the thing: we went out and we did the thing at Clay and Fire this week because we wanted to experience what was in store for our VIP, and we wanted to bring you just kind of a prelude to the kiss, so to speak. But we took our wives with us. The only one that couldn't take his wife was Zach because Chrissy was working. Okay, because she works a schedule that sometimes doesn't allow her to come along.
Exactly.
So, but since we were all there and we experienced this, and it turned out to be such an amazing experience, I thought we just couldn't bring it across properly without the women.
Right.
We need them here to really
talk
about it, and that's what we want to talk about that tonight. We want to, so we're gonna have
shaking it up a little.
Shauna and Brenda are going to be on the show, and that's going to be really cool tonight.
It's going to be a cool show.
So, is this the first time Shauna's been on?
She was on a smoke sesh,
Okay,
but she was telling me today, she's like, never been on the big show. So, and I said, well, tonight is the night. So
that's all right. That's all right.
Yeah, the Dank Wives Club. That's who we're having on.
We need, the Dank Wives.
Right. I was thinking about that on the way here.
We really could use a good female presence here on this show more often. So, but we're going to do that tonight.
What do you mean by
that? If you want to get to know our wives a little bit and just, they'll be here tonight. They'll be on the show and talking about our little outing to claim
Oh my
fire.
God, it was so cool. Just the neighborhood. I mean, just
Oh,
the
yeah.
neighborhood.
I didn't even know
where
that
it's at,
whole,
like,
that was like, if you don't know it's there, you wouldn't know it's there.
Yeah,
telling
so
you what.
you're on Southwest Boulevard and you're cruising. You're like, and I'm hearing Elvis Presley, in the ghetto, and that's my best Elvis voice, right? And then all of a sudden you come out, right, and it's like there's this really cool little fucking neighborhood right there. That's just all done up.
Oh man, they have taken like a whole neighborhood of. It was all houses, and it's still houses, but now it's all businesses.
Yeah.
Okay, like these entire big, giant, multi-level houses are all now businesses. Is kind of what it seems like on that little strip there. It's kind of like a little art, like I don't know, very niche.
You gotta
super
be
cool.
ready to walk a little bit.
Yeah, like if you want to
Find
have
parking
an
and-
experience, if you love food, different kinds of food.
Oh yeah.
These
And
are
just
your guys.
odd little store, like little stores.
Yeah, it was so cool,
Yeah.
man. It was like
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, this is just like it's such a cool little hidden gem right here in the middle of downtown Kansas City, just off the highway.
Yeah.
But it was so
Been
cool.
to that area
Yeah.
hundreds and hundreds and thousands of
wouldn't have
times
been
because
that,
I
never.
worked there,
And just down the street, some
and
of the
I've never
best
seen that
Mexican
shit.
food in Kansas
Well, of
City,
course,
man.
yeah. You can
Everybody
go down
knows
there and get a Mexican buffet that is
Yeah,
That's
so
not so-
And I ain't
fucking
even-
authentic. You will be like,
I ain't even
I'm not
pinpoint one
sure about
restaurant,
some of this
man.
stuff. Yeah,
I mean, there's like choose your
Yeah.
poison, man. There's so many good
Several.
Mexican restaurants down
Right.
there on Southwest Boulevard. Or
yeah.
Southwest
That's like
Traffic
a
Lane.
like if you are from around here, you know about
Yeah.
that area.
Oh yeah, that's some good food too. That's
Oh,
not
boy,
that's
so-
not such a hidden gem. It's a gem, but it's not so hidden.
No, but that little restaurant, yeah, that little area, that whole little neighborhood was super cool, super trendy.
And the staff were all awesome.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
know,
man,
it was
yeah,
just,
that
it
was
was
And
really
we all
cool.
sit around on the patio afterwards and smoked weed and bullshitted. And
Yeah, when they were closed.
right after they
So-
closed, they shut the front doors and we went out on the patio.
Now, but even before that, they let us go out. They did not partake, but we went out on the top patio. They probably won't let y'all do that, but we went
Well,
out.
they
and-
didn't say anything to us. They didn't give us permission.
Right.
We just did
Right,
it
of
like we
course. Yeah,
always
yeah,
do.
yeah.
But they just
That's
they
right.
were cool.
Would
They
never
let us,
want to
yeah,
incriminate.
they let us do it. No, he runs a good, respectable business there.
Yeah.
Good, respectable business. Did he have malt liquor?
He did.
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know about malt liquor. He had liquor.
I don't know if he had malt liquor. Though.
I don't know if he had malt liquor.
Yeah,
we
run
are
a
we are kind of
respectable
out
business
we
with
are
no
kind of
malt
outing them on a cannabis level. I hope he's okay with that. Hope the guys,
Whoa.
we're like, yeah, we're smoking weed with them.
Well, the business was shut.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, they were
The front
closed.
doors were closed.
But
and it was closed down.
hopefully
so
nobody
at
who
that
would
point,
get
we
mad
were
at
on
that is
private
listening.
property. We were guests on
Outside.
private property.
Yeah, and we were outside. It wasn't like we were consuming inside the restaurant.
Right.
So
None of y'all better not be no snitches. That's all I'm saying.
That's what they said, man.
It's over.
Snitch get stitches.
One of y'all.
Snitch get stitches.
right,
bitches.
and he's got a lot of cool stuff coming up. Going on.
Oh yeah. So
So-
we're excited about it, and again, we got a great show tonight.
Yep.
Yeah, we're just. I want to talk. We're on the solventless kick, so we'll probably talk about some solventless
Yeah, I should probably.
extraction, and
I'll probably go into some testing, some R&D on some of that stuff you
So-
guys were.
I do want to take a quick minute, and I promised I'd give a final update on my Dazer grow, the competition grow between the Fluence Spider 2i that I prefer. That's my preferred light, and the Dazor. What was the model
8
number?
Paramax 8.
Paramax 8. And so I did 2 crops under it. Even though one crop didn't go to full maturity, I still, paid attention to what I got. Both grows, and I'm 100% honest is all I'm going to be. Both grows, the Fluence yielded higher than the Dazor. The last grow, we had a total overall weight of, what was it? Just under a pound off of each variety
I believe so. Yeah.
total. So just a pound under each light total. And the total difference in weight total between both varieties was about 1.5 ounces.
Right.
The Fluence.
Yes. Each variety was floated around 200 200 grams per variety per light.
Right.
And, and there was like, I remember one number was 206 and the other light was 196.
Right.
There was each of them were
right. The
10
biggest
to 15.
difference was the Purple Kush.
Yeah.
The Purple Kush was like an ounce lighter,
Yeah.
almost, than the under the Dazor than under the Fluence. So in the num of it, the Dazor did not outperform the Fluence. The Fluence was 2 years old. I'll just throw that in there. It was a 2-year-old Fluence. It was one of the first lights I bought. The Dazor did not outperform it. So, there are some things I liked about the Dazor. I liked the fact that it had glass.
Yeah.
I don't know if that affected the intensity, but from everything I've studied, the glass is what affected the intensity, because when we measured it, it had, what was the difference in intensity?
Well, I mean, it was like half.
Right. Half
But-
the intensity.
But supposedly it's
The quality, not quantity.
right, the more usable light.
Right.
But I don't know though, because I think that what happened is like a lot. What I noticed is that anything that wasn't right at the top
Right.
under the Dazor, it just couldn't get no love, you
Right.
know.
Right,
And
it
I
was
know
kinda
that we
large.
try to keep that as clean as we can, but no matter what happens, you end up with a lower
Yes.
level than your very top canopy.
Right.
And so, I mean, I think that that's one consideration to think about, is that you want something that
It
is
has to penetrate into
right.
the canopy.
It has to
Yes.
have that.
Those lower buds need to have that intensity.
I
as
wonder
well.
if that lower intensity, and I don't know I wonder if you pop that if you pop those off, does that because it's
You would have to
diffused,
see
right?
it.
That those
Right.
the diodes are diffused as they come through the
Right.
plastic, and some can argue that's a good thing. Some greenhouses, it's when you run the sun through diffused plastic, it evens out the spectrum, or so there's a lot of
Right.
science to it, but
Right.
so I don't know. There's
Either
a
way,
lot to
Either way, both
and that's
both runs,
what happens. So
The
there you
a
go.
2-year-old Fluence outperformed a brand new Dazor. The last run, it was by an ounce and a half with an overall pound of cannabis. You're
Right.
an ounce and a half shy. You figure up the percentage on that. I don't know. I didn't take time to do the math,
No.
but if you want, do the math for me. Throw it up there. But also, it seemed like and we said this in one of the shows a couple weeks ago, it just really seemed like the Fluence had a better, a stronger terpene profile. It had
More
a better,
pungent smell.
more prominent terpene profile, and it's a little frostier.
Which I think could also have something to do with the
yes.
intensity.
I agree. So anyway, I'm not switching anytime soon. That's all I can say. I'm going to stick with the ones I've had. I think that the Dazor is a very good light. It certainly has outperformed every other light that I've tested other than the Fluence. And I will say this, that I have tried to get Fluence to sponsor some of my grows, and they won't do it. And so I'm just telling you, I'm not like being partial because I'm getting some favoritism
Right.
from
No.
Fluence.
In
Okay?
fact, it's a little
I've
off.
had-
It's a little off-putting.
It's a little off-putting. I'm like, okay, dude, I've been growing your lights for
But I
3
still gotta
fucking
say
years,
your
and you
shit's the
won't
best.
Yeah, but okay.
That's messed
Can I
up.
get 2 more lights? It's like, so, but because I run those and they kick ass and I have great yield and dank fucking weed, and they do really good. I
Yeah.
put them 6 inches from the top of the canopy, and are there more powerful lights out there? Yeah.
Right,
And I've got some, and they burn the fuck out of my plants. So they have to stay turned down,
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, either that or I have to raise them up. So you lose that anyway, but either way, my preferred is going to stay Fluence. Again, the Dazor is a good light. I would say they are not too far under the Fluence as far as quality. They did produce well. They just didn't.
It's the price that's
right.
the
That's,
killer.
Yeah, they're expensive for
Yeah.
what they are. I think you can.
I feel like you can
Personally, you can
get
do just as good for
Right.
$300 or $400 less.
Yeah.
That's and so that's where I'm at on the Dazor. I'll talk about it a little bit.
And
more
I'll say
tonight.
the M word, the bad M word, Mars. Oh no,
Mars.
But Mars Hydro. But I have, I've done very well under
Yeah.
them, and that's a $600 light.
Right.
610 shipped.
Yeah,
so
I got a Spider Farmer, and I'm enjoying it. I think it's an $800 light.
I run 2 Spider Farmers and 2 Mars Hydros, and
Yeah.
I mean I get the only thing that I don't like about them is that you have to keep them higher off the plants than you do the fluents.
Right.
So you
Yeah.
still don't get the heavy penetration, but you get more up top. And they all run the same diodes.
Right.
The only difference in the lights that you're going to find right now on the market in all the industrial level lights or the bar lights, the only difference is
Jesse.
what?
I'll be pissed if the Dazor doesn't outperform my Spider Farmer. It's like buying a fucking expensive car, but the beater, does
that
just
buying
as
that
well.
car with the
Everybody that
V6?
came to me and said, "Hey V, should I buy one of those Dazors?" I said this. I said, "I'm not done with my grow, so I'm not going to say anything one way or another until I'm finished with my grow." That's what I said. So don't blame me. Don't blame me.
No blame.
I didn't do it. Wasn't my fault. I did not falsely represent. Anyway, good lights. I think you can get as good for the money, for better money out there. But yeah, I'm going to stick with the Fluence because that's what I'm rocking. And they're actually a little cheaper than the Dazor at this point, I think. Maybe not.
I don't think you can get them for that deal that we saw. There was a clearance on GrowGen, and
You can get them for $750, dude.
right.
Should've
Yeah,
bought
should have bought 10.
Right.
They were just like $750.
But I think those were all the old ballast.
I agree with that.
So they were all the small ballast. Now they've got a much larger power cell they made it larger to enhance the cooling capabilities.
Dissipate
of it.
heat faster.
Dissipate heat,
Yeah, I like that. That's cool.
So anyway, Fluence is still what I'm going to be rocking, and that's that.
Yeah.
So Dazor, I hate to say not top shelf approved, but it is top shelf approved. It's just not the best if you want.
Well,
to me,
I mean, and
in my
honestly, the
opinion.
Boast, they really, that's their selling points. Like,
Yes.
your selling points need to be absolutely true, because
right.
when
When you tell me that it outperformed the Fluence in other tests by 30% yield, then that's what I want to see. And
Right.
when it's a 2-year-old Fluence, I am sure, almost 100% positive, that light probably still is not as efficient as it
from
was
a
when it was
percentage
new.
basis, we don't know exactly what the percentage is, but no matter what, every LED anywhere in the world,
Degrades.
after a certain amount of time, is
Yes.
going to degrade. So it's degraded to at least an extent and
Yeah.
still
Yes.
outperform
My
it. So I
partner
mean,
in
that's
Michigan that turned me on to the Fluence said, and he had been testing lights for 3 years, told me when he sold me on the Fluence, and he wasn't making money, he's just, dude, you got to switch. And I was still HBS guy. And they're like, dude, you got to switch, but get the Fluence. And so he told me that he had done side-by-side tests and with several different manufacturers, and most of the other manufacturers he had done the tests with lost their efficiency over, right around 20 to 30% efficiency in a year and a half to 2 years. But the Fluence, the drop was like 4%, almost nothing.
see, now that's
so
that's amazing.
so that's why I went with them, and I've been happy with the Fluence for 3 years, and I'm getting ready to buy 2 more lights, and I was holding off till after this grow was done. But I am going to definitely go on and probably grab a couple more Fluence because that's what that's what works for me. And so, yeah, but again, I'm not smashing the Dazor because it did perform good.
Right. It only underperformed by an ounce and a half out of a pound.
Over a pound, which, is significant.
Right.
When you consider a pound is how many ounces, Zach?
18? 16.
What?
I don't. You're asking me after we're dabbing the entire smoke.
He
sesh,
puts you right
man.
on the spot.
I know.
I think when Zach gets put on the spot like that, he knows that's 16 fucking ounces. But all the thoughts just go beep, gone.
Oh, yeah.
He's like,
I was waiting for him to say 448 grams.
48.
Like, no, dude, I said ounces. Hey, I might not be too smart and nothing, but I know my weighings.
we learned our weights and
I know
measures.
my weighings, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My shit goes. Wait. Hold on a second.
Yeah. Raise your hand if you
So-
know how much a nickel weighs.
But
I
to
know
me-
everybody does.
Is an ounce and a half worth? Here's the thing: if I have dazers, and that's the thing, and I find that out, and it's not worth like throwing your dazers away and going and buying new lights, an ounce and a half over a pound. But when you think about it, if you're growing 4 pounds, that's a quarter pound. But if you're growing 4 pounds, quarter pound really ain't that much. So they're good lights. They're heavy though.
Over a
I don't-
couple
I don't
years,
how
it's gonna
heavy
add
they are.
up.
It is gonna add up.
I
over a
don't
couple
like
years.
how heavy they
I
are
don't like how heavy they are.
because
I
that's
think
just not necessary.
It's not. In this day and age,
They are built like tanks,
Yes,
and
but they're more. I think they're more industrial light. I think they're more geared toward a grow op.
I think so too.
rather
commercial.
than a home grow. So I think if you tried to hang them up in a tent, I think you would probably have to reinforce your tent bar.
Right.
Yeah.
You would never-
Jesse's is hanging good in the tent. I don't know. You didn't have to reinforce yours, did you, Jesse?
Probably a good brand tent then.
It's probably, yeah, it is good. I looked at that because I thought about that when I glanced up there. And I was like, oh, I think that's just like a regular. I think he had just a regular hanger on it, but they're heavy as fuck. That's compared to any other LED, which is like
Yes,
very
100%.
very light.
Yeah. So, and I think probably the
One
lightest,
person can do a regular LED.
I think probably the lightest
What?
LED
Yeah, oh,
I
yeah.
have is the
Hook
Illuminar.
one side, let it hang down, pick it up, hook the
And
other side.
that thing's so freaking flimsy.
And sits cockeyed.
I know. The Illuminar.
Yeah,
Yeah. I'm glad I didn't spend money on it. That's all.
I really
have to
don't. I don't love that design actually.
No, I don't like it at all. It's very flimsy.
Did you put it together too?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you have to.
It's very
like
hot.
clicks. It
It's
clicks
hot.
into place. Yeah.
If you need to raise your heat in your tent by 10 degrees, go for it.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm not a fan of it. I don't like it. I don't recommend it. As a matter of fact, I got a guy who wants to buy one, and I think I'm going to try to talk him out of it. He wants to buy mine because I'm getting rid of mine. I'm replacing mine. It's in veg right now. I'm replacing mine with 2 Viper Spectre whatevers, fucking 500 watt veg lights. Boom. And
See how they do.
no, I know they'll do good.
I've
yeah,
seen
I
a lot
mean,
of good
you
stuff
know.
about them.
They'll do good. You don't need a lot of light for veg.
Yeah, I would say it's veg. You're good.
Yeah, and I'm buying veg lights, but yeah, I'm not a fan of Illuminar.
Right.
I wonder if Dazor would be better off in veg than it would be in bloom. You know, just because it's kind of if it's nicer.
It's
you
a
know,
hell of an
if
expensive veg light. Dude.
it's a hell of
I
an
just
expensive veg light, but veg is important.
I mean, I
you know.
literally just paid $800 for 2 500 watt LEDs 4x4 to cover my veg. Why would I pay
Right.
$1,000 for one to
No,
put in veg?
1,000? No, they're 12.
They're 12, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. No,
Yeah.
I'll stick with the cheap lights for veg. Cheap lights for veg, but you need a lot of light though.
Right.
And you don't want crappy lights because crappy lights will fuck your plants up when you shift them. They'll stress them out when you
Yes.
put them under bloom under the good lights. So don't use like
Yeah.
blurples and cobs over your veg and then switch them over into 'cause you'll have a period of stress. If you really want to make sure that the plants just continue to thrive and transition easily from veg to bloom, you need to have somewhat of the same spectrum
good
of
light
light
in veg,
and the
for
same
sure.
intensity of light when you switch them over. So that's just my opinion, and I'm sticking to it.
I agree with that.
When I was under HPS and I was metal halide and veg, HPS and bloom, I did some experiments and I vegged under HPS, and the plants vegged differently, and I bloomed under metal halide, and I think my preference is a blend.
Yeah.
Blend.
Yeah, a blend of
blend
the
in
metal
the spectrum.
halide and the high pressure sodium, a blend of the reds and blues, and that's what you get with the with the LEDs, man, you get a full spectrum light, and that's
Right.
very important that you get that full spectrum. And when I'm talking about spectrums, I'm talking about spectrums that we don't see. We
Right.
don't even
Oh,
see
yeah.
the spectrums that the plant sees. So,
You see
anyway,
very limited spectrums
yeah.
of the light and shit like that.
So more of this chit chat tonight at 7 p.m. when we
Yep.
go live on Top Shelf. The Artisans of Dank. Yeah, we've taken you guys' time up for an hour, and we love kicking it with you guys, but everybody's got work and things to do, so we're going to jump off here now, and we did not get a chance. Do we have any more videos that we want to show here today, or
Not for
anything
today.
else we need to?
I think we've covered
Okay.
everything for today. We
Yeah,
got some
yeah.
stuff tonight.
So if you signed up for the street team
Yep.
and you didn't get the email,
Yeah, reach out to us.
reach out to us again. So we got some adventures we're getting ready to take off and do. So yeah, jump out here with us and have some fun. It's going to be a blast. We're going to get out in the public and shake
Weather's
some hands,
breaking.
kiss some babies. Well, I
yes.
would say no.
No, you can't
No,
kiss
we
babies.
You can't do that anymore. I don't want to be looking all like,
Kiss some hands and shake some babies.
Right.
you know.
I'm so comfortable right now.
So but we're definitely gonna. We might go give some fist bumps, and then when people fist bump us, this is Zach's idea. You do the fist bump, and then you turn your hand over, and there's a pre-roll in there.
Oh.
Might do something like that, and then give
Right.
them say, hey man, come to the Canna Fest, shit
Yeah,
like that.
that'd be
See,
cool.
we're giving away ideas, and now other people are gonna go do that.
Right.
That rosin's right here, bro. I'm hitting on that shit, brother. That's why I'm so loopy right now.
Right.
Yeah, Snoop Loop.
Oh yeah. So anyway.
Oh,
We're
man.
out of here, guys. Appreciate everybody that's hanging with us.
Yes.
And love you guys so much.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Come back
thank
later.
You for supporting us.
Yeah. Make sure
The
to
way
tune
you
in
do.
tonight.
Bring your green hat.
Woo! Peace
Later.
out. Stay lifted.
Back to the roots, babe. Let the shadows fall. I'm making no excuses. I know where I belong. Down in the jungle. Down in the jungle. Back to the roots, babe. Down in the jungle. Down in the jungle. Do you go?
Year-round Garden is your one-stop shop for all your indoor gardening needs. It doesn't matter what you grow or how you grow it, our knowledgeable, friendly staff is here to help. Our team listens to your unique story, interests, values, personal experience, and helps develop solutions that are right for your garden. Whether it's tomatoes, herbs, microgreens, mushrooms, medicinal plants, houseplants, you name it. So come visit us today and experience a different kind of grow shop. A grow shop for everyone.